Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to explain how we're using Google Classroom this year to help organize our work. So when you get to Google Classroom, the stream will just be for quick announcements that I have. Usually I don't put a whole lot in here. The meat and potatoes of all of this is going to be in the classwork. So this is where everything is organized. I have all of the material and content for the year organized into separate units. So you can find all of those units over here on the left. This is a quick jump to systems of equations. Obviously there's nothing here yet, but that's how you can quickly find one of the topics. Resources at the top, these are things that as we get through the year, if I find we're like, hey, I'm always using this website, I'll probably link it here. This is a link to our daily Padlet where we will ask questions, things like that. So I haven't built all these units out yet, as you can see, but let's take a look at Unit 2 functions. So underneath each unit, it'll always be broken down in this way. The first thing is going to be a PDF of the packets and answer keys. So this is where you'll find the PDF versions of your notes, if you lose your packet, and your assignments if you lose that packet. I will give you one packet and then the rest is up to you. I will also post answer keys because it's super important in math that you get practice and feedback. So this is where you will access any answer keys that are made available to you virtually. They'll be in the classroom as well, but a virtual version will be up here. The second thing is going to be your Unit 2 tracker or unit tracker in general. So you're going to click on this. It'll make a copy for you eventually. And what you're going to do is you're using this to help organize what it is that you need to do for the unit. So we know we've got a 2.1 lesson. So did you do your video notes? Yep, I did those. I did my must-do classwork. I did the Socrative and Delta Math extra practice if I wanted to. I did the should-do classwork if I wanted to. I did the aspire to do classwork if I wanted to. And then I did my exit slip. It's color-coded up here so that you know exactly what you have to do versus what might be a resource for you. There's also a spot for you to type your scores in. It'll tell you if you need to revise, things like that. Once you're on to the lessons, actually, each lesson is broken into its own post on Google Classroom, just so it doesn't get like massively long. So if you click on lesson 1, it tells you that it's due on July 28th. This is your suggested deadline for when you should have all of these things done if you were doing this in the summer like I'm pretending to right now. Okay, so underneath here, it explains to you, here's what the outline is. Everyone has to do the function carnival. And if you scroll down, here's a link to it. Then you're going to watch the video notes or videos and take notes in your packet. Then you're going to do this classwork. Then you're going to do this classwork. All of these things are linked underneath. And it's color-coded based on, okay, you for sure have to do this versus like in this one it says you have to do 3, but you really should do 4. So if you have the time, try to do 4 of this activity. Your aspire to do is, hey, could you do 6 of these? Because they're all a little different, okay? The Desmos activity would be linked below. That's if you have time and you'd like to do something fun with it, great, here's an activity. And then the exit slip is never going to be posted on Google Classroom because you're going to do it on paper during class time. You're going to prove to me that you've completed all the required practice before I give you that exit slip. So for each lesson, it's kind of broken down in this same way. These due dates, remember, are suggested. The only due date on here that is a hard deadline is the Unit 2 assessment. That means you have to have everything completed and ready to be assessed on August 10th. So that's pretty much it. And if you have questions, and of course things might be tweaked, but if you do have questions throughout the year, you can just ask me during class.